The Talia troops convoy pulls slowly into the settlement and comes to a halt amidst loud cheering. A vehicle door opens and the troops dismounts, depositing huge crates on a patch of open ground. The girl at their head gives everyone present a breezy greeting. The wrinkles between Zoe's eyebrows soften a little as she takes in the boisterous crowd outside. She drags a couple of heavy crates from the cargo bed and follows after the girl. Where are we putting these crates? Just put them beside the advertising billboards for now. Zoe, those crates are kind of heavy, aren't they? You should let the props department move them. That's alright, it's no trouble for me. As she says so, Zoe hoists the crates into a large circular clearing that's ringed by a fence of wooden posts and old rope. She lays the crates in the center of the space reserved for the stage, then bends down to straighten a bunch of simple-looking billboards. Said billboards were made just for this show. Their pitted surfaces are covered in huge eye-catching letters. The Daybreak's Oath play is now on tour. As she sees what Zoe is doing, the girl laughs and heads over to help. You're way too nice. While we took you on as an assistant, you ended up doubling as an escort and took out all those ELIDs too. That must have been hard. You don't need to take on all these other tasks as well. Not at all. I'm helping myself by doing that too. There aren't many troops out there who welcome dull assistants, and I'd like more show experience myself. Oh, don't say that. You know the state our troops in. We're lucky enough to have people wanting to help out. We don't have the right to be picky. Speaking of which, are you trying to build up this experience because of that band of yours? I remember Amida said something about Monsoon or something. What a nice name. Going wherever you please like the wind. You must have been to a lot of places in the past, right? Zoe's hands freeze mid-movement, but only for a moment. Yes, we have been to many satellite cities. So you get to travel and perform with your friends. I'm so envious. Ida smiles and then sighs quietly. For some reason, there's a hint of sadness in her expression. Miss Ada? Huh? Is something wrong? Miss Ada, aren't you traveling with the troop too? Yeah, everyone here is a friend of mine, but there are times when I wish I had a closer friend around. Well, let us leave that aside for now. I suddenly remembered that it's going to be a while before rehearsals, so could you do me a favor, Miss Zoe? What do you need? Ada pulls a copy of the script and her comm terminal from her bag. Hehe. Well, I heard one of the residents say there was an abandoned town around here, not far from our camp. Could you accompany me there? I'd like to take this opportunity to gather more inspiration about the Yellow Zone. I'm sure the manager and the others will feel better with you around. Right, manager? Ada waves to the manager, who's fairly close by. After seeing her sunny smile, the manager has no choice but to wave back. Go ahead, but don't take too long and stay safe. I'll be fine with Miss Zoe around. Don't worry. Hehe, let's head out then, Miss Zoe. Our jeep is this way. Follow me. Okay. Drinking time. Hold on. Any box? No box, okay.
これは決意の重さだ。大掃除の時間です。逃がしたっての。私が終わらせる。降参するなら今のうちよ。降参するなら今のうちよ。
Okay. Scritch. In keeping with Ida's request, Zoe brings the jeep to a halt on the streets of the abandoned town. The moment it stops, Ada practically bursts out the door and runs over to stand in front of a cluster of ruined buildings. Now, these look pretty intact. Ah, the walls on the side collapse and the pipes are all rusted though. Still, they make a good reference along with the abandoned cabling here. I should get footage of the cracks on the walls too. Ada holds her terminal up and begins recording her surroundings as she walks forward. What a shame. This town is completely ruined. I wonder why. ELIDs, collapsed radiation, Variegers, take your pick. Zoe keeps a watchful eye on the surroundings as she walks behind Ada. Still, I can see old signs of a firefight. Perhaps the residents fought by Jaegers here. I see. Those Jaegers really are everywhere, aren't they? Looks like you need to know how to defend yourself when traveling the yellow zones. Ada's mood turns morose all of a sudden. However, she soon perks up and begins rattling off questions while filming her surroundings. Miss Zoe, since you travel with your friends all the time, you must have passed through the yellow zones quite often, right? Are your friends as awesome as you are? Yes, they're skilled at both fighting and performing. Wow, that is amazing. Then, are they on tour recently? Why did not they come with you? The sudden question about why she has parted ways with her friends catches Zoe off guard and she lapses into silence. After thinking about her answer for a bit, Zoe is about to speak when she hears a suspicious sound, footsteps on a paved road, and the sound of an unfamiliar male voice speaking. Didn't you say you saw that woman leave the troop with her friend? Where the hell is she? Search harder. Their jeeps by the side of the road. They cannot have gotten far. Before Ada can react, Zoe grabs her hand and ducks behind a nearby wall with her. Zoe looks Ada in the eye, then shakes her head and speaks in a quiet voice. Shh, we're being followed. What? I don't know who they are, but it seems they're gunning for you. There are two of them. Wait, me? Ada's body begins to tremble. Sensing Ada's fear, Zoe gently but firmly presses down on her shoulder. Ada, have you ever seen an upside-down tortoise? Their little legs flailing in the air as they try to get upright? What? Stay here and don't move. I'll show you how. I'll show you now. Right as she finishes speaking, Zoe springs out of cover. The green flash, her bullets and her blades streak through the air toward the two men peering into the rubble. They are instantly thrown into disarray and stumble back to the ruined walls, completely off balance. The fuck are you running for? Shoot her! She's just one girl! She's too fast! I can't even... A green-colored flash interrupts his reply with a kick, and his attempt at striking back is cut off by an emerald knife hand strike. The leading man goes down and Zoe steps in to fill the gap. The green-tipped knife slices through the air in front of the other man, cutting off his escape and cornering him in an instant. In less time than it takes to draw a breath, the knife's edge presses against the man's throat, and Zoe speaks coldly. Freeze. Using ropes from their jeep, Zoe trusses them up like turkeys and leaves them tied upside down by the roadside. She then dusts off her hands before lightly clapping a hand on Ada's shoulder. See? Upside down tortoises. Won't be winning any races with bunnies, that's for sure. The bound men are struggling and appear to be trying to speak, but their gags prevent them from doing so. All they can manage are muffled vocalizations. As Ada watches them squirm in their bonds, the tension finally leaks from her and she laughs. I feel much better now. Thank you, Zoe. You're welcome. Still, who are these people? Why would they go after you? I don't know. Ada bites her lip and shakes her head. Upon seeing that Ada is completely clueless, Zoe walks up and pulls out the gag from one of them. Why are you following Ada? Who sent you? Our employer told us to follow the lead actress of the troupe. We're just doing this because we were paid. We don't know anything. Who hired you? It was an anonymous request made through the underground markets. How the hell would we know? Why don't you ask this chick who would have a grudge against her? The man's answer is direct and to the point. Zoe turns to look at Ada. Well, Ada, a grudge against me? Ada clenches her fist and thinks for a bit, but then she shakes her head. I'm sorry, Miss Zoe, I cannot think of anyone. Could they be going after the troupe? I mean, I'm their lead actress. Zoe falls silent for a moment, then turns back to the bound men, her knife raised. However, just as Zoe is about to bring it to their necks, Ada suddenly steps up and tugs on Zoe. Miss Zoe, please wait. Zoe frowns. She was about to kill those two men. Ada tightens her grip around Zoe's arm and shakes her head worriedly. You won't learn anything even if you keep questioning them, right? The show hasn't even started yet, and the troupe will have to stay here for a while. If we end up offending someone now... Alright, understand. I understand. Zowie swipes her knife through the air one more time before returning it to its sheath. The ropes binding the men come apart, and the two upside-down tortoises fall heavily to the ground. Zowie leans against the two men's jeep and icily watches the two men trying to free themselves. I'm letting you go because Ada pleaded for you. Don't let me see you again. Yes, ma'am. The two suspicious-looking men quickly drive away under Zowie's watchful gaze. As she watches them leave, Ada bows to Zowie. I'm sorry, Miss Zowie. I did not mean to stop you from looking into things just now. No need to apologize. I understand. The troupe doesn't need distractions before the show begins. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So, I have another imposition to make. Ada puts her hands together and bows slightly to Zowie. Could you please not tell the others about this? I don't want the others to worry about me. Please. Please, Miss Zowie, please. In the end, Ada's sincere plea triumphs over Zowie. Alright, I'll keep quiet about this. But if anything comes up that disturbs the show, I will tell the truth. The truth. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. It's a deal then. Thanks, Miss Zowie. Oh yeah, we should head back to our camp. Rehearsal out to be starting soon, and we have spent enough time out here as it is. Ada hurries over to the jeep parked nearby. Zowie jogs after her, but she casts her eyes into the distance, toward the direction of the men's vehicle. Okay.
昔みたいに私に感謝するといいわ。
Sorry. Hydrated for a little bit.